Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we wanted to talk about coronavirus and social anxiety.
So we feel like coronavirus has a lot to answer for, basically. So we thought we'd kind of talk about how it affects us if you have social anxiety and if you don't, just on a social aspect. My first thought was it's encouraging us to be behind the screen a lot more, or behind our phone, you know, to have that sort of barrier up, which I think is great in some ways because it keeps you being able to communicate with people. But also at the same time, I think it does affect our social skills in terms of then when we do go out and meet people, are we lacking that?
I think, like you said, if you're still on a social job where you're chatting to people, you're still getting the social aspect. Whereas if you're used to being in an office doing your job and then you're suddenly at home and your job isn't to, like a personal trainer might do Zoom calls, or you know, or if you teach workshops you might do it over the computer. Whereas if you're doing sort of like solidarity stuff, solidarity, you should just roll with that one. I know a lot of people have missed just having people around them to sort of, when you get a cup of tea or when you're on your lunch break, you have a little chat. Whereas I think now you might spend like the whole day alone, and then I know I do. I sort of go out because I live by myself. I go out and I'm like, it takes you a while to like filter in, and you do think about. I mean, I'm a bit socially, awkward, socially a bit of an introvert anyway. So I tend to just come out with loads of rubbish, or just sort of find it hard to get into the sync of it again. So yeah, I think if you spend a long time at home, it builds up and builds up. And if someone's like, do you want to go for a coffee? You're like, I sort of forgotten how to do that. Or not that you can go for a coffee or like a walk.
But
sorry.
I think it's probably doing different things to different people. Some people it's maybe making them more sociable because at this time you can go for a walk or something, or you can visit one person outside of your household, can't you?
Yeah, and you make yourself do that.
Yeah, so I think for some people there's that side of it where people are being more sociable in terms of outside, even though it is winter. But yeah, I do think if we're going to talk about social anxiety more specifically, I think it can cause more people to develop more anxiety around social situations, or even an anxiety disorder. But I think those who already suffer with social anxiety, it's kind of dangerous in the way that, you know, having that real person to person social aspect is quite important in living life, to sort of challenge yourself in that way. Whereas if we're kind of being encouraged to be behind a computer or behind a screen, it's great, but then also it sort of stilts you a bit.
Also, if you don't know,
I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Also, sometimes you don't know how to act. I mean, we're a bit more, we know what's going on now. But before the other lockdown, people, do you hug? Do you not hug? You know, you're sort of like, oh, what we all doing? You're sort of sitting, and then you're like, oh, what we all doing? Are we hugging? Are we not? And it's just like,
and you don't
that
know
was awkward
how
anyway.
People feel about it, because some people aren't following the rules, and then some people are, and then some people are going to like go near you, and then other people are like, whoa, no, stay back. And then there's that anxiety around like, oh my god, what if I go out and get too close to someone and then someone tells me off? Had that in the supermarket.
Really?
I didn't mean to. I wasn't even that close, and the guy turned around and was like, keep your distance, lady. Actually like that. I was like, I was literally like 3 meters away from him. My whole trolley length was like in front of me.
Was he an elderly man?
No.
Not that it matters, but obviously that they're, I mean, god, it must be horrible if you
have an ant in your hair.
Pretty much dead now.
Oh no, it's alive.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so let us know your thoughts. Again, I think it affects everyone differently. Hello again. Sorry, we got cut off, so we've put a new card in, and then we're rolling with that.
We were actually at the end anyway, so we were just going to say, Let us know your experience.
Yeah,
How
let us
you
know.
feel.
Let us know what you think. If it's increased, decreased, all those levels. Let us know.
Bye. Toodly pip.